welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna film the controversial parenting tag. I filmed it in the past. The last time I filmed it, my eyeballs were rolled because I said I was up to my eyeballs and opinions. Really, I just love doing tag videos. I really enjoy them a lot. And I think they're a really fun way for you guys to get to know me. So if I look over this way, it is because I'm reading the questions off my computer. If I look over this way, it's because I'm doing laundry while I film this. So, you know, I'm multitasking because what mom doesn't multitask? So, am I pro-life or pro-choice? That's the first one. I'm honestly neither, and I know that's not what you guys want to hear. You're probably like, no, she just doesn't want to say her opinions because she doesn't want to be hated. I'm about to give you my opinion, but I don't stand with either. If someone said raise your hand if you're pro-life or raise your hand if you're pro-choice, I would not stand with either. Because I think that both sides have gone drastically away from the core value and the main focus of each side. I don't believe in using abortion as a birth control method. I don't believe that women should choose to say, oh, well, I just don't like the way birth control affects me, so I'll just get an abortion each time I get pregnant. And yes, that seriously happens. That's not just me saying like this random monologue because I don't like abortion. No, it happens a lot more often than people think, and it's not an acceptable thing in my opinion, but that's my opinion, and you know, you make your own decision on it. But I think that if you're pregnant and you and your baby aren't going to survive said pregnancy, what would be the point of not like, I think it should be your choice. In that situation, I don't think that I can make that choice for you. I don't want to give advice on that choice because I truly think that that's something that is your choice. And I really hate going into detail about that because there's such heartbreaking situations. I don't want to give you advice on that and someone be watching this video and it be someone that's lost a child in that situation or is in that situation trying to figure out what they want to do, and I don't want them to take my advice. I don't, because I want them to make that decision on their own. I can tell you, if I was in that situation, either way, I'm going to lose that child. And it would be heartbreaking, it would be terrible, and it would be hard. But in one situation, the children I already have lose their mom as well. And, you know, this topic is such a difficult topic, and I don't want to spend the whole chat on this, but I just wanted to touch on my opinion of it. So I'm not pro-life or pro-choice. I think I have more pro-life tendencies sometimes, but I'm definitely in the middle. Second, baby wearing. Let's just follow something light up with something heavy. I'm pro baby wearing, guys. I know that that's such a controversial topic, and I would never want to hurt your feelings by telling you this, but I personally like to put a baby wrap on my body and carry my baby around in it. I'm just joking, but yeah, I do like baby wearing. Sometimes I forget how useful it can be, and I like stop wearing the kids for a little bit. But honestly, I do love baby wearing. I love my thick Moby wrap. I don't like the thinner ones as much. It tends to like really dig into my shoulders, especially when the babies are bigger. So the third question is circumcision. So sticking with the answer I gave you guys last time, I'm pro circumcision in most situations. My own personal opinion, I would circumcise my kid, just risk of infection and other stuff. Not really gonna go into like a million details on that. So for adoption, I am 100% pro adoption, obviously. And aside from like current situation, we plan to embryo adopt and we plan to adopt children, and you know, we love kids, adoption, natural birth, every type of way we love kids. So baby piercings, you know, I'm in a group on Facebook and it was literally just a topic on there. Let me tell you guys this story really fast. So this woman's selling her home and a random stranger asked to view the house, and when random stranger asked to view the house, they came in and were walking around and they seen this lady's little girl and were like, oh, look, your ear's pierced without you being old enough to give consent. I'm so sorry, honey. And said that to this girl's child, which obviously the baby's too young to know what like the lady said. But anyways, I don't personally think I should tell you whether to pierce your kid or not, but I would not pierce my kids before they're able to tell me, hey, I want my ears pierced. But at that point, yeah, you know, go ahead, get your ears pierced. I just think, you know, you're putting a hole in your body, and if you want the piercing, then you should get it when you want it. That's my opinion. But breast milk or formula? Breast milk. Breastfeeding is not great for my body. Like, it does wonders for some women's body. Breastfeeding and me don't get along, but I love breastfeeding. I think it's a great and amazing and natural thing. I think the Fed is Best websites actually are so disturbing because they make people feel like they shouldn't breastfeed. And I think breastfeeding should always be the first option. If cry it out method versus other methods. Depends on your kid. I don't think extended crying it out is okay. 5 minutes because your kid just needs to calm down. That's different. It's different for every kid, but don't neglect your kid. So, spanking. I'm not against spanking in certain situations, but you can't do it when you're angry. I don't think you should spank your kid ever when you're angry. Actually, I know you shouldn't spank your child when you're angry. I think that you should 110% think through before you spank your child, and only spank your child if it's absolutely necessary. But don't spank them to stop them from like committing an act of violence, because that can be very confusing for their brain. You're being violent because I was violent is kind of what it translates to them. So next question. Co-sleeping. 100% pro co-sleeping. Don't have a problem with it. Love co-sleeping. I think it's really, really helpful, especially if you're breastfeeding. But in general, I think it's case specific, but it can be really, really helpful and an amazing thing. And fun fact, if you didn't know, when you have a baby, there's a high risk of SIDS, and co-sleeping actually decreases the risk of SIDS because the hormones that you breathe out, because, you know, there's hormones everywhere after you have a kid. Your child can smell them if you're co-sleeping with them, and it reminds their brain to breathe. So, next one. Question number 10. Homeschool versus public versus private versus charter. Once again, it's case specific. I think public schools nowadays really aren't that great. They used to be a lot better than they are now. And now they're kind of awful. But personally, I think we're going to homeschool the girls, but little man can't be homeschooled just because he needs a structured special needs program that he's going to get from outside of the home school. Next one, vaccinations. I am 152 million% pro vaccinations. If your child can be vaccinated, your child should be vaccinated, because there are children that can't be, and you're putting my kids and everybody else's kids at risk because you don't vaccinate your child. So if you want to start drama in my comments because I think you should vaccinate your child, go right ahead. But medicating children. So I think this refers to like ADHD, and not as much like anxiety, depression, and certain issues in your brain. I think that if we're talking about Tylenol, if your kid has a fever, there are times to give them Tylenol and there are times to not. But for the most part, yeah, I agree with giving your kids Tylenol. I don't agree with over-medicating children that are just generally hyper. I don't think that kids that have energy need to be medicated. I think that they need to exercise or play or do something. Now, if your child truly needs medication to help them be able to function, and it doesn't have adverse mental effects on your child that are detrimental, then more power to you. Cloth versus disposable diapers. I like both. I don't have the time for cloth diapers though. I use disposable. I love Pampers Pure diapers currently. I love the Earth and Eden brand as well. I think that they're really good diapers. But a lot of diapers recently, I used to love Pampers Choice. I hate them now for the most part. If I have any of their old diapers, I like it, but sorry, we're playing like put stuff in the basket and take it back out. So, store-bought baby food versus homemade baby-led weaning. That's my choice. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my views and giving me another video to edit. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Get on my level. I'm so cutting that out. Tell me.